Some mistakes fade with time, others explode in your face. And for Diddy, according to viewers reacting to Diddy, the reckoning, the biggest explosion didn't happen in the courtroom, during the trial, or even at the moment of his arrest. It happened long before that, with one quiet decision that turned into a wildfire. Here's the story. In the Netflix documentary produced by 50 Cent, there's footage no one had ever seen. Footage recorded by a photographer Diddy paid to follow him everywhere, capturing his life, his calls, his private moments. The camera was rolling constantly. But somehow that footage didn't stay with Diddy. It ended up with 50 Cent's production team. And inside that massive archive was a phone call that has everyone talking. It was Diddy speaking with his lawyer, 𝐼𝐸. And this, many say, was one of the biggest mistakes Diddy ever made. In the clip, Diddy sounds fed up, angry about arguments, angry about losing, angry about feeling unsupported. But according to people close to the case, 𝐸𝐸 was actually the one fighting hardest for him. But the real shock wasn't Diddy's frustration. It was this. Diddy was secretly recording his own lawyer. Imagine being someone's attorney, the person responsible for protecting their freedom, their future, their life, only to find out your private strategy sessions were filmed. Not by accident, not by a technical glitch, but intentionally, without warning. Mark Geragos, a longtime legal ally of Diddy's, was asked on his podcast how he thought 𝐸𝐸 must feel. He didn't confirm the details, but his tone said everything. He admitted that being recorded without his knowledge would make him more than a little upset. He even revealed that he once met clients under freeway bridges just to avoid being filmed again. That's how serious this is for lawyers, because attorney-client privilege isn't just a rule, it's a promise, a sacred promise. And the moment a third person is in the room, like a videographer holding a camera, that privilege evaporates. Gone. Over. Finished. That alone is a massive breach. But there's a bigger twist. Experts pointed out something surprising. The videographer may legally own the footage, because unless copyright rights are transferred in writing, they don't count. And reportedly, Diddy never had a formal agreement. It was all casual, verbal, loose, which means the camera operator owned the footage from the moment they hit record. Not Diddy, not his team, not anyone except the person behind the lens. So when the footage appeared in a documentary watched by millions, Diddy may not have had a legal way to stop it. His team tried, they were furious. But by then it was too late. The damage wasn't the release, the damage was the recording itself, and that's what has people stunned. Because what does it say about someone when they secretly film the very person trying to protect them? The person fighting to keep them out of prison? A caller summed it up bluntly. Diddy needs to take accountability. She said he seemed angrier at the lawyer than at himself. She called the documentary chilling. She said fame went to his head. And if the accusations are true, he deserves where he is now. Harsh? Maybe, but many agreed. Others felt something heavier, confusion, disappointment, and a sense that this wasn't about legal strategy, it was about trust. Because Diddy and his lawyer weren't enemies. They were on the same side. And if you can't trust the person trying to save your life, who can you trust? That's the real question. Not just why did he record his lawyer, but what was he afraid of? What was he trying to capture? And what does it reveal about how he viewed the people around him? Some say paranoia, some say control, some say ego, maybe all of it. But one thing is clear. This moment, more than any courtroom drama or criminal charge, showed a side of Diddy people weren't ready for. A side that felt cold, detached, and disloyal. And once trust breaks like that, can it ever be repaired? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.